Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about Goal 11. Goal 11 promises to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient and sustainable. Today, half of the global population lives in towns and cities. However, more than 800 million people live in slums. In 2030, the world's urban population is projected to be around 60%, and 90% of urban expansion will take place in developing countries. In spite of the benefits of urbanization, intensive urban growth will give rise to problems such as overcrowded cities, crime, poverty, traffic congestion, high land costs, environmental degradation, among others. These present barriers to achieving sustainable development and are threats to the urban population. Acknowledging these barriers, world leaders from 193 countries have pledged common actions so that by 2030, cities and communities will be safe, progressive, and will support everyone who lives there. To achieve this goal, they have identified several targets. Number one, no one is to be denied access to quality, safe housing and basic services, such as electricity, water supply, sanitation, and waste management facilities. Housing is central to sustainable development. Among other factors, it determines the quality of life and the welfare of people. Number two, everyone in cities and towns should have access to safe, affordable, and sustainable transport system. With a good transport system, urban mobility can be improved, causing less traffic congestion and pollution. Improved mobility can regenerate urban centers and boost productivity, which will help raise the standard of living and reduce poverty. Urban mobility is therefore crucial for a country's development. The targets recognize and acknowledge that special consideration should be given to the needs of women, children, and vulnerable persons. The mobility of many women and girls in cities and towns is greatly affected by gender-based harassment. High levels of harassment in public transport have been reported internationally. Investment in street lighting, good design of public transport stops will tend to reduce sexual harassment and gender violence. The targets also seek to achieve gender equality and empowerment of all women and girls. By giving equal opportunities to all for employment, leadership and decision-making at all levels, world leaders will not only encourage female participation in the labor market, but they will certainly change women's political and socio-economic status and enhance the improvement of human settlements. Urbanization can work as a force for this social change. Gender-inclusive cities can be achieved by putting gender equality in the center of the work for sustainable urbanization. Our 21st century is characterized by demographic changes caused by a fall in birth rate and an increase in life expectancy. And this leads to an aging population. Increased urbanization and an aging population are urging countries to provide not only safe, affordable and accessible housing, but also social and health services to older persons. With age-inclusive cities, older people can fully enjoy their rights and live in dignity and safely in their communities. Another target of Goal 11 is to strengthen efforts to protect and safeguard the world's cultural and natural heritage. Indeed, a country cannot prosper if it does not protect and preserve its natural landscape and its urban heritage. In Mauritius, two sites, namely Le Monde Mountain and the Apravasi Ghat, are preserved to commemorate the contribution of slavery and indentured labor in the making of modern Mauritius. Governments today are challenged to increase resilience to disasters. I would like to point out that small island developing states like Mauritius are more vulnerable to environmental degradation, global climate change, and natural disasters compared to larger countries. With the rapid pace of urbanization, natural ecosystems are increasingly replaced by cities. We have in Mauritius unfortunately experienced the disastrous effects of urban sprawl combined with climate change leading to torrential rains, flash floodings and landslides causing loss of human life. Since then, legislation on building controls have been introduced to make sure that such disasters do not strike again. As a conclusive note, the process of urbanization cannot be stopped, but it is very important to have a political will to plan and implement appropriate actions for the future of our cities, towns and villages. The 2030 Agenda has been signed by 193 state leaders representing 7 billion people. We all have a responsibility in the urban legacy that we will leave to future generations. Each and every one of us can make a difference. Thank you.